so I'm gonna give you something magical, something that had really helped me with my flexibility and my mobility when I first started exercising. So these movements are kind of a yoga-based movement, but it's really gonna help you, and I really want you to do this every day if you can, okay? So the other thing that I really wanted to talk to you about was your breathing. Breathing is very important during the exercises, okay? I want you to be able to breathe in and breathe out as you're exercising. I'm gonna give you a focus on like which way to do it, okay? Now let's think about the body when you're creating force, like so. This is reducing force, and this is creating force, right? If I'm in a bicep curl and I'm doing this, I'm reducing the force. If I'm pulling, it's creating force, okay? So let's think about those two different ways that our muscles work. Creating force and reducing force. Now when you create force is when you're gonna be breathing in. So think about it like your squat, right? When you squat, you're gonna be doing this. Okay? Now, I don't want you to hyperventilate. Don't breathe too hard. But I want you to focus on using that breathing pattern, okay? Breathing in, creating force, breathing out when you are reducing the force, okay? That's gonna help you over the long term with getting oxygen to the brain and the muscles faster, okay? So I just wanted to give you that tip. So let's go through this mobility drill, okay? So we're gonna do 5 lunges, one side, right? So 5 lunges, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're gonna take a long lunge and hold, okay? Now, I'll switch sides so you can see this, right? So long lunge and hold. Let's get our hands up above. Get that stretch all the way down our hip flexors, internally rotate and lean back. That's gonna give a deeper stretch down your hip flexors as well, okay? Only hold for about 2 seconds. Come back to center position and then drop your hands on the inside of your feet, okay? Inside of this front foot. Both hands down, keep that back leg nice and straight, okay? We're gonna take our inside hand and rotate it towards the ceiling and let the eyes lead the way, okay? And we're gonna come right back to this position, then we're gonna slowly walk ourselves into the pigeon pose, okay? Now the focus is to keep your hips as straight as possible. If this is too difficult, then slowly take yourself into this position, okay? Really take your time. But I want you to eventually, which you will if you continue to do this, get to this position here, and then you're gonna drop down to your elbows and hold. Breathe for about 5 seconds. 2 big deep breaths in and out. And really just let your body fall, okay? And then stretch it all the way out. 2-second hold, both hands back up. I'm gonna take my back foot and push myself forward so I release tension in my knee and my hip. I'm gonna slowly rotate that leg out, and I'm gonna bring this leg up into what's called the frog position. The frog position, we wanna get as wide a stance as we can to really get a nice deep stretch in our adductors or our inner thighs, okay? Now the focus here is to keep our hips slightly behind the knees, and then our knees and ankles in the 90 degrees, okay? So you really want to feel that stretch about a 6 or 7 on that pain threshold level, okay? If you're not feeling it, then go a little bit deeper or push yourself back just a little bit further so that your hips are behind your knees. Once you get comfortable here, you're going to come down to your elbows, okay? Breathe twice, about 5 seconds, nice big deep breaths in, and just tell your body to relax. Let those muscles go, just let it go, stop fighting you, okay? And then once you get to that point, and then come all the way down to your chest, okay? And hold for about 5 seconds. Both hands back up, push yourself up. What you're gonna do is then slightly rock forward to take the tension out of your hips and your knees, bring those toes a little bit closer together, push yourself into a deep squat position. Now, I know this may be difficult, it may not be. If it's difficult to keep your heels on the floor, then widen up your stance a little bit further, okay? If your body's that tight where you have to sit here, then that's good. Okay, let's push ourselves a little bit further so that we can create more flexibility, more mobility. But eventually, I want you to be able to get to this real deep squat. Okay, we're gonna sit here for a couple seconds and just let our body loose. Just let it go, let it relax. And then we're gonna do a duck walk. Okay, so nice and slow. 5 on each side. You're gonna go 5 steps forward and then 5 steps backwards. Okay, now, I know this may be difficult, but it may not be. I really want you to focus on doing it. You have to do this in order to help create more mobility and more flexibility. Okay, so that was one side, right? So now we're gonna do the other side. So remember, we're gonna do 5 lunges and the whole routine on each side, twice. It'll take you maybe 5 minutes to get through it. It's so worth it, okay? Trust me and believe. All right, you guys, I hope you put this into practice because it's going to help you. It's going to help you create better intensity in your workouts. It's going to help you burn more fat over the long haul. And it's just going to make you feel good. All right, you guys, love you, and we will see you soon.